Welcome to the sand spit and headland of Possidi on the far western finger of the Kassandra Peninsula, part of the region of Halkidiki in northern Greece, the westernmost of the three peninsulas that reach into the Aegean Sea. This place is not just a holiday beach. It is steeped in ancient roots, mythic sea gods, colonists, wars, and shifting sands. The village of Possidi takes its name from Poseidon, the Greek god of the sea, and indeed on this very headland, an ancient temple dedicated to Poseidon once stood. Archaeologists believe that the temple here was active for over 1,000 years, guarding the coast in the maritime passage. So from the outset, this peninsula presented itself as a meeting point of land, sea, and sacred ritual. Going back to Archaic times, 8th century BC and possibly earlier, this whole region was part of the intimate network of Greek colonization and commerce. The nearby ancient city of Mende, sometimes spelled Mende, was founded by settlers from Eretria in Euboea. Mende lay on this western headland of Kassandra and developed its own economy, exporting wine, operating mines, controlling trade routes. Thus, when your drone flies above these pine slopes and sands, you are flying over land that was once part of the Greek archaic commercial world. Over time, the coast itself has changed. The old lighthouse of Possidi, built in 1864, now sits further inland from where it once stood, a reminder of the shifting sands and shoreline over the centuries. From ancient settlers to modern vacationers, the landscape here is dynamic. During the classical period, this region became entangled in larger Greek politics, and Mende and its surroundings was part of the Athenian sphere, the Delian League, and later a site of conflict during the Peloponnesian War control of the coastline. Sea routes and strategic headlands like this one matter deeply, not just for trade, but for the power of Athens, Sparta, and their allies. Following the classical age, the region came under Macedonian hegemony, then Roman rule, then Byzantine, then Ottoman. Each era left its mark, though much of the visible landscape now reflects the modern tourist era. Today, this peninsula is known as a resort destination, sandy beaches framed by pines, a place of rest and beauty. But beneath the sunlit waves and holiday atmosphere, the land holds deep historic memory, temples to Poseidon, mines, mariners, warriors, gods, and coastlines that have shifted with time. You're witnessing something very old and enduring. The sea that Poseidon once ruled, the colonists who came from Eretria, the battles fought for sea control, the shifting sands and changing shorelines. This is not just a beach. It is a story told through time, through waves and rocks and ruins, 9th to 6th century BC, Archaic era. The Kassandra Peninsula, formerly called Palin in antiquity, was colonized from Greek cities on Euboea, notably Eretria and Chalcis, around the 8th century BC. They founded cities such as Mende, near modern Possidi, and others. Mende, according to the sources, developed thanks to timber, metals, silver, lead, gold, and maritime trade, and exported wine, Mendeos wine, to places including Italy. In the area of modern Possidi, a sanctuary of the god Poseidon was established, likely in the Proto-Geometric period, 11th to 10th century BC. Excavations show an early tiled floor, pebble walls. The geographic control of the Cape Peninsula was significant. The strip of land penetrates into the Gulf, meaning control of sea lanes, fishing, and coastal trade was possible. Possidi is named for Poseidon. Assumption check. While the settlement and cult are documented, how extensive the city-state operations on the Cape itself were, as opposed to near the coast, is less documented. 5th to 4th century BC. Classical era, Mende and other cities on Kassandra became members of the Athenian-led Delian League, paying tribute to Athens. For example, Mende paid between 6 and 15 Attic talents in the 5th century BC. The peninsula played its part in the larger Greek world's conflicts, including the Peloponnesian War between Athens and Sparta. In 356 BC, King Philip II of Macedon expanded Macedon's influence and took control of this and other parts of Halkidiki. While the region was part of the conflicts, specific records of battles on the Possidi Cape are lacking. You might present it as part of the theater of these conflicts. Fly high, look deep, and let the winds of history carry you.